Thank you for coming back. I haven't posted anything since August, so let's get right to it. I'm going to make this brief so you can go on about your business. This is for entertainment purposes. I'm not a broker, don't represent a broker dealer. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a business lawyer. If you need the help of any of those, go right ahead and do so. So let's get right to it. Stock market crash. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. This is an election year. Trump uses the stock market to reflect just how well he's doing. So he's not going to let the stock market take a hit between now and elections. He's going to do everything possible to keep the stock market afloat. Even though the economy is showing weaknesses in a variety of areas, he's going to do everything he can to keep the stock market afloat. So with that in mind, also take into consideration that some of the weaknesses that has appeared in the market has to do with the tariffs against the Chinese, and also the NAFTA, or whatever he's calling it now, hasn't been signed. The Mexicans and the Canadians have not signed yet. So if he wants to be able to win this election with the pressure that he's receiving from the impeachment inquiry right now, which will more than likely become a full-blown impeachment, he's going to have to make sure that he keeps the economy running well. It's the only thing that saved Bill Clinton when he was impeached. He wasn't removed because the economy was doing well. And the only thing that would keep Trump from getting removed is if the economy is doing well. So he's going to have to work hard. He's going to have to forget about all this tough talk against the Chinese, the Canadians, the Mexicans, and the European Union. He's going to have to submit. The ball is in their court now. So he's got to figure out what he's got to do. Let's go to Robinhood. Now, in the news recently, there was talk about how Charles Schwab went ahead and lowered their fees down to zero. Charles Schwab has been a pioneer in making trading accounts and investing in the stock market accessible. They were the first to lower their brokers' fees. They were the first to implement electronic trading and accessibility to electronic trading to customers. I'm not talking about in general. So with that, other brokers took a hit. TD Ameritrade took a hit in their stock price. E-Trade took a hit in their stock price. And to some degree, some people thought that was going to pose a threat to Robinhood and M1. I personally don't think it's going to impact Robinhood or M1, because Robinhood and M1 came out with no broker's fees right from the get-go. So I've been using Robinhood, I've been using M1, and they're both credible applications. They're both credible brokers. So I see no reason why I need to just drop them and go hop on board with Schwab. If you've been using Robinhood and M1, you're fine. In fact, M1 has an advantage that all these other brokers don't have. You can purchase fractional shares through M1, which is something that you can't do with the other brokers. And I'm going to stay faithful and loyal to these two applications for the simple fact that they had the consumer in mind. And with that, I'm going to stay loyal. So let's take a look at Robinhood, because it's been a while since you've seen Robinhood. Let me go ahead, get you in there, let you see what's going on. Let me put this on all so you can see what's been going on. I want you to pay attention to what's above my head right now, which is the amount that I made since I've been depositing money into this account. I made a total of $283.64, which reflects or represents 17.82% return. So I've had a 17.82% return just by buying this one stock and one stock alone on Robinhood, which is SFL, Ship Finance Limited. 17.82%, so that you understand, I'm outperforming the professional portfolio managers with just this one stock. Now, there's some investors out there that believe that if you want to get ahead in the market and get ahead quickly, diversification is not the way to go. You should focus on one or two stocks and invest heavily on those two stocks, on that one or two stocks. So I'm putting it to the test with Robinhood, and here are the results so far. We haven't gone through a recession yet, so I don't know what's going to happen with this particular company when a recession hits. Again, this is Ship Finance. You can look them up and see what they're about. And I've been performing at 17.82%. Now let's take a look at the dividends to see what kind of dividends I've been getting paid out. Let's go to history. I'm going to narrow it down to just dividends. Okay. So there are two other stocks that I had, but I went ahead and sold the shares of those two stocks so I could focus on SFL. So I want to bring your attention to the first quarter that I received a dividend, which was $1.75. The second quarter, I received a dividend of $6.65. The third quarter, $16.80. Fourth quarter, $25.90. And now the first quarter, again, for this year, is $40.25. So I went up in a little over a year's time from $1.75 to $40.25. If you remember, in a savings account with a typical return of 0.02%, I would have received 65 cents. But if you add all this up, the dollar, where are you? The dollar, where are you? SFL. The $1.75. If you add the $1.75, the $6.75, the $6.65, the $16.80, I mean, you're well above $100 in return paid out through the dividends. Outperforming a savings account ridiculously. That's why I don't waste my time with savings accounts. I don't waste my time with the banks. I use the banks to have money so that I can transfer from one location to another and do it legally. Other than that, I don't mess with banks. So here we go. That's how it's been performing. And now, so just to sum it up before I go, I'm depositing $35 a week. Along with the $35 a week deposit, I'm getting dividend payouts 4 times a year. And it's increasing. And it's increasing by a lot, as you can see. I'm also performing a strategy with options. I'm selling a covered call. If you guys want more information about what that is and how that works, go ahead and hit me up in the comments. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. And if you ask, I'll break that down for you, what selling a covered call means. Now, with that covered call, I'm generating anywhere between $3 and $5 a month for now. That's because I only have 128 shares. But once I hit 200 shares, I'll be generating between or potentially generating between $6 and $10 a month. 300 shares, between $9 and $15 a month, and so on. So I'm gonna let you guys go with that. And do yourself a favor, don't sit on the sidelines. If you got money that you can invest with, by all means, $35 isn't much. So think about it. Go online, or go on your phone, go to the Play Store if you have an Android. I think it's Apple Store. I don't know what the iPhone uses, but get on there, download either M1 or Robinhood or both. You can use both if you want to, and don't sit on the sidelines. Get this money. They're paying out. They're paying regularly, and there are ways to protect yourself against recession. And if you want to know more about that, you can hit me up in the comments also. Go ahead and ask questions. And with that, don't forget, keep your thoughts positive. Keep your speak positive, and you will get positive results. Law of attraction, folks. Don't forget about that, all right? I love all y'all. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for giving me the thumbs up. And with that, I'll catch up with you again in the next video. Peace.